Hi, welcome to this week's Saturday Blueprint on the monthly review. And I'm going to go through my suggested prompts for a monthly review, plus share via my website my full monthly review template. I'll start with a quote, as is usual. Your decisions about allocating your personal time, energy, and talent ultimately shape your life's strategy. So there's a unique clarity when looking at past events with hindsight. There is certainly some truth to the adage that hindsight is 2020, and this week I share my own monthly review process and prompts. Monthly review prompts. For me, the monthly review is a chance to focus on goals, in contrast to the weekly review, where I focus on habits. It's that higher level view and reflection on whether I'm on the right trajectory. When I look back over the last month, it is often clearly evident on whether I've been allocating my time effectively, something that is curiously opaque in the present moment when I tend to be hopelessly short-sighted. Nevertheless, the monthly review isn't a chance to berate myself. It's a chance for an honest look at where I am and where I'm going. If my goal is to, say, increase my muscle mass, I can be frank and look at whether my actions and results over the last month are on the way to achieving this. I can then be clear on whether I need more patience and should just keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, or whether I need to intervene in some way. The actionable intervention is typically a mini project, a micro challenge, for example, like my 4 weeks of 100 press-ups a day challenge, which I've written about before. Or it could be an output, like a mini project to, say, edit and publish a YouTube video. My monthly review template is a set of simple prompts and is captured inside of my Logseq graph. I have a template set up so I can quickly create a monthly review. My review template includes the steps of plan, do, and review. 3 steps. Although not in that order. Plan, for me, comes at the end since I'm planning for the month ahead. Under do, I've got some actions I repeat on a monthly cycle. For example, scheduling a monthly 48-hour fast. As well as those in the standard list, I ask myself what other actions I want to take this month and I record them here. For the review section, I have some prompts to get me started, and I mostly structure this by looking at my metrics dashboard, the one I wrote about previously in Saturday Blueprint 19 on habits and routines. Since this gives me a fantastic monthly view of both my habits and the results of my habits in the metrics that I track. There are a lot of rabbit holes I can go down in the review section, but I do try to keep it at a high level and focus on longer term goals and the broader direction of travel via the projects I'm working on. I use the term project in the broadest sense. This isn't a work project, it's simply something that is more than one action to achieve an outcome. Entering and completing a running race is a project. Publishing a YouTube video is a project. The distinction is that I focus on the things that fit more on the monthly timescale to achieve and often require stringing together a number of steps or tasks to achieve. It's also a chance to check in with my 9 life accounts, which I've taken from Michael Hyatt's book, Living Forward. The idea that there are a number of accounts in your life, and much like a bank account, you can be depositing or withdrawing from these accounts, and your balance might be healthy or it might be overdrawn. And every month I try to objectively rate each life account on a scale of 1 to 10. If it's not a 10, which it never is, I ask myself, what would I need to do to get to a 10? The 9 life accounts are vocational, financial, avocational, parental, marital, social, physical, spiritual, and intellectual. Finally then, there is the plan section. This is my favourite part of the monthly review, since it's the so what part. I've reflected on where I'm going well and where I'm failing, and now it's time to plan what I'm going to do about it in the month ahead. Is there a new habit I need to introduce? What project do I need to commit to? Do I need to focus on one aspect and knowingly step back from another? I capture the actions on the monthly scale as monthly themes. The monthly themes are the key things I want to have front and center of my mind over the next month. They will inform my weekly planning, define any big rocks I need to schedule in my calendar, and set expectations for which habits to double down on. Other review cycles then. So I have 3 review cycles that I use. There's the weekly review, the monthly review, and the yearly review. Each of these serves a different purpose in that there is a different perspective or focus for each one. The actionable output of the weekly review is habits. The actionable output of the monthly review is projects. And the actionable output of the yearly review is goals. Whilst not a review per se, but worth mentioning that I also have my daily journal. At the daily cycle, I focus on gratitude, and it's also where the rubber meets the road with actually me doing my daily habits. Just writing something down daily is a form of reflection, even if I don't use a particular prompt or approach. Interestingly, a recent study on nurses showed that journaling, being a reflective practice, is effective in promoting the development of clinical judgment and emotional competency. Journaling, periodic reviewing, and reflecting would seem to improve metacognition, that is, thinking about thinking. And this means a reflection practice can help look at your life and experiences with a little more objectivity. It's that slight distance that gives you an advantage in seeing seeing things as they are, not as you think they are. This simple act can reduce stress and improve gratitude. And it's also the realization that you do have some control over the trajectory of your life and can take actions to course correct if you only take a minute to stop and look around. To use an analogy, a hill walker who never lifts his eyes from the ground isn't looking where he is going. Instead, take a moment periodically to stop, get out the compass, and look at the map. Look at where you've been and where you're going, then put your head down and off you march again. And don't forget to enjoy the view too. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Have a great week.